Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. As I was talking to you on Instagram today, when the market opened, Tata Motors dropped by 9%. At the point of recording this video, it's up 2% and now it's at minus 7%. It's come back above 700. Will it stay there or go down further? I have no idea. And I'm not worried about that. I saw this opportunity as a buying opportunity for myself and I considered it, and I went ahead and did my tiffin coffee with Tata Motors today. My tiffin coffee, like I said, is 2,000 rupees a day. That gave me around 3 Tata Motors. And the remaining, I picked up some gold and I was out. I logged in, bought, and I logged off. And that's why I do not know what Tata Motors is doing right now. That is not the way I want you to approach it, right? You see an opportunity, you consider it, and you moved on. For example, let's say, for whatever reason, today you finished investing. Then during the course of the day, somewhere you see some breaking news, or some friend of yours messages you and forwards you something saying, or even you see one of my posts saying, this other company, Natco, is down 10% today. If you have finished buying for the day, move on. You don't have to immediately say, oh no, Natco is also down today. Let me take tomorrow's money and buy it today. Please do not do that. We're not in any situation where we have to consider lunch, dinner, full day money, house money and all that. We are still seeing things moving and correcting dynamically, and the market is very fluid. Like I've been saying a lot, this is going to be par for the course for this entire year as Trump figures out what he wants to do, as our economy kind of sputters and moves on, hopefully improving by end of the year. But even our budget has nothing much to show for because there's hardly any wiggle room. Anand has spoken about this and explained it very nicely. I've spoken about it. So that's the main reason I'm saying, if you see some other sudden opportunity in the market, don't dive. If you've done your tiffin and coffee for the day, like how you cannot go have another meal, same way you're finished, move on. Because a lot of you keep asking me this, and should I buy more? No. Whatever you're budgeted, don't overextend yourself and get yourself into trouble, right? If you have some money which you need to pay somebody else and you're like, Tata Motors has fallen today, let me put that money here and tell him I'll pay him next week, or I'll pay him next month. Please do not do that. If you have allocated some funds to be paid to someone, there's a commitment to that money, let that money go and do what it needs to do, right? Whatever you kept for investment, take that and do it. If you want more money for investment, I understand that. Cut down your expenses. Don't postpone an EMI or postpone a credit card payment or postpone money someone lent you. Postpone a purchase, a new phone, a new shirt, a new shoe, a new watch, some new accessory. Postpone that. Anyway, getting back to why and what happened to Tata Motors for this. It's very simple. Tata Motors has JLR, as all of you know it. For those of you who do not know what JLR stands for, is Jaguar Land Rover, which makes luxury cars, a very old company, bought by Tata Motors some time ago. There's a high-end car, like your Benz and BMW, for those of you who do not know what JLR is. I'm assuming you know. If you don't know, do Google it and read about it. It's a very nice story and very nice history behind how Tata's got to it. They offer a lot of support to Tata Motors right now in terms of profitability and sales. The sales is up in JLR, but the margins are down. And that is mainly the reason for the margins are being down is because acquisition costs are going up, material is going up, and the economic condition in China and Europe is not supporting sales for them. So this is why the margins are down, but those sales are up. Meanwhile, in India, their commercial division and passengers division sales are not to where they want it to be. EBITDA, as they call earnings before tax, is down 8% quarter on quarter, right? And passenger sales are not coming up to where the analysts want it to be. It's not come up to the expectations, market expectations, and the EV numbers are not doing great. And now there's far more EV entering India now, and there's going to give them a stiff competition is the worries for the analysts. And the lower end cars, they punch and all that, the analysts hoped for better sales. Those are not there, the sales volume. The last 3 years, JLR has been giving great support to Tata Motors. They feel the next 3 quarters is not going to be giving the kind of support they were hoping for. That is the main reason is because of slowdown in China, and the environment in Europe is becoming harder for these kind of cars to be sold because of the maintenance and the warranty costs and everything put together. So this is what is basically it. In the article, which I'm sure Rupesh will put a link to, you can find out far more details in it than actual numbers which have been put, saying that it is by 22.5%, which was 5,575 crores. During the same time previous year, the net profit was 7,415 crores. Then, of course, the views of Jefferies India Private Limited, they're an analyst and they're investors, and they've downgraded it, saying the future, the price band they're looking at Tata Motors is 660, while Motilal Oswal has a neutral rating. Okay, all this is just nonsense if you ask me, but they're saying it's around 755. So the market will be bouncing Tata Motors between 755 to the lower side of 660 is what this article is trying to say. All this is nonsense because these are all short term, these are all quarter earnings, these are not long term growth prospects, these are not anything interesting. All this is worth doing is this. You can do this and this. What you should do as value investor is say, oh, thank you so much. You want to give it to me as a discount? I'll take some more. And keep sipping in tiffin coffee ranges. Because like I said, Tata Motors is just not Tata Motors. It owns huge chunks of other companies such as Tata Technologies, Tata Capital. They're going to split the company into two. And if you believe in the Tata brand and the assets, intrinsic value of the company, as I say, all the stuff the brand has and what it actually owns in terms of assets, it's huge, right? The company is not going anywhere. And if you're looking at it holding on for, let's say, 10, 15 years, like what I'm planning to do, pass it on to my kids, as they say, this company is going to do great. It's going to be fine. It will recover. They will pivot, they will innovate, they will grow. And like I said, they have a lot of the building blocks for making excellent EV cars in their pipeline. They got the software, they got the hardware, they're already supplying, they have the tie-ups, they're ready to learn and know and expand and grow, and they have an excellent leadership team sitting on the top. So these things happen. You can't score a century every match. If Virat Kohli fails to score a century in a match, you don't immediately throw him out of the team. Of course, commentators will be calling for all that kind of nonsense. Some fans who are very zealous may say that he should not be in the lineup. But most normal enthusiasts of the sport do not blame the batsman for one failed attempt or one failed game. They don't blame the entire team. We all get emotional in a moment when the loss happens and we're all very upset and we say all kinds of things. But once the tempers cool down, we don't abandon our team. We rally around them and we support them and we say, no, don't worry, boys. The next tournament or the next match, the next World Cup is there. Don't worry. We pat ourselves, dust ourselves off. Same is true for companies like Tata Motors. They had a bad quarter. They had a bad season. And it's just not them. This is true throughout. If you saw Maruti's and if you really peeled it back and you study it, if you remove all the powder dressing on the makeup from the face, they're going through the same struggles. This is true for all auto companies across the globe. Everyone is struggling because globally there is a slowdown, especially in auto sector and with the confusion with the disruption of EV and macroeconomic disruptions which are happening, geopolitical disruptions which are happening. This is definitely reflecting in sales numbers for a lot of companies. So this is temporal. Things will change and things will move forward. So don't worry about Tata Motors. It's a good company, is what I wanted to say. And like I said in the beginning, if you're looking at it, still keep it in tiffin coffee. Doesn't mean immediately go throw your life savings or, like I said, money which you need to pay an EMI on, because it is reaching to the beginning of the month. A lot of EMIs will be due next week for you. Those of you who have taken loans, first week of the month is when these EMIs usually land. Your credit card payments need to be paid. And I'm sure those of you who are overextended, your salaries will not cut it. So you would have kept some, money squared up for this. Use it wisely. Do not go and invest money which is already allocated for something which is being waiting to be given back. That's my sincere advice to you. And if you need more money to invest, first learn to save. This is true for also, in anything which I do, like my weight loss. One of the main reasons I struggle with weight loss is because I need to stop eating. Same way, if you're struggling with investing, it's not with investing you're struggling, it is with your savings. You need to learn to save. Same way, I need to stop eating, not exercise more. I need to stop. Work on my diet. Same way, you also need to work on your savings. Anyway, enough lecture. I hope you had a wonderful day today. Today being Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. I think it's day 23 tomorrow in our group of Tiffin Coffee Challenge group. If you're not there, do join the Tiffin Coffee Challenge group. I'm sure Rupesh will throw the QR code for my Instagram somewhere on the screen. There's a WhatsApp group for those of you who don't like Instagram, but the problem in the WhatsApp group is one-way traffic. In Instagram, we can have a conversation. In WhatsApp, you just have to listen to whatever I have to say. That QR code, Rupesh will put up on the screen somewhere. You can use that QR code and join the WhatsApp group too, where daily I try to encourage you to invest in Tiffin Coffee and give you some suggestions and considerations to keep in mind. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and had a wonderful day. I'll see you again tomorrow with another one. Thank you for watching Be Rich Today.
Hey guys, that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.